at a sold-out Giteau Gymnasium. Lee Patterson with you as we count you down to tip-off on the Open Loop Energy pregame show. Open Loop Energy, a proud supporter of Gila Valley Athletics and a mining partner. It is the Region 1 Division 1 title game here tonight against the Cochise College Apaches and your Eastern Arizona College Gila Monsters. I'm Lee Patterson, everybody. Welcome tonight. It should be, the atmosphere is great already. It should be a great game here tonight. Eastern comes into this one 25-6 overall. Cochise comes in 21-10. These two met 4 times during the regular season. Eastern won December 8th, 73-62. December 9th, 71-56. Both games in Douglas. Eastern won again February 2nd, 83-76 here in Thatcher. And on February 3rd, Cochise College got their lone regular season win, 89-87 in double overtime. Eastern Arizona College is looking for their last region title, or their first region title since 2019-2020, when they went to Salt Lake City and fell to the Bruins 101-73. First time since 2006 that Eastern has won the regular season and is the top seed in the region. Sit back, relax. We're going to bring you a great one here tonight on KATO and EAC YouTube. We'll be back for the starting lineups right after this. Welcome back inside Giteau Gymnasium. Lee Patterson with you. Let's get you the starting lineups first for Jerry Carrillo's Cochise College Apaches. A 5'11" sophomore from El Paso, number 2, Jordan Hernandez. A 6'6" sophomore from Tacoma, Washington, number 5, Jalen Barbee. A 6'2" sophomore from Bandura, Australia, number 11, Riley Parker. A 6'7" sophomore from Lubbock, Texas, number 23, Tracy Godfrey. And a 6'9" sophomore from Ipswich, Australia, number 45, Merrick Small. Cochise in their road black uniforms with red and gray. And now the starting lineup for your Eastern Arizona Gila Monsters under the direction of Cameron Turner, Chris Martin, Chris Norton, and Sam Daly. 6'1" sophomore from Tualatin, Oregon, number 1, Noah Goley. A 6'7" sophomore from Portland, Oregon, number 2, Rayshawn Seamster. 6'7" sophomore from Adelaide, Australia, number 11, Akuk Machar. A 6'9" freshman from Salem, Oregon, number 20, Dallin Morgan. And a 6'10" sophomore from Busselton, Australia, number 34, Lee Rickwood Pitt. That is the starting lineups tonight. in front of a standing room only Gateau Gymnasium. If you're listening on the radio headed to Gateau Gymnasium, you better get here quick because it is packed here on Championship Monday at Eastern Arizona College. The coaching staff and admin here in athletics asked for the community to show up tonight, and boy, have they ever. It will be Eastern and Cochise for the Region 1 championship. The winner of tonight's game will play the winner of Region 18 on Saturday at home. Regardless if it's Eastern or Cochise, the winner will host the winner of Region 18. Officiating crew with some experience tonight, led by Mark Beasley, veteran Pac-12 official, here tonight to oversee this one. It will be Lee Rickwood Pitt to jump center with Merrick Small to get things underway here tonight. Hope you've had a good Monday wherever you are joining us from tonight. We're ready, the teams are ready, the officials are ready, hope you're ready. It is Championship Monday in the ACC-AC. Waiting for the last few fans to file in before we get this show on the road. Rickwood Pitt and Small set in the circle. Set the toss and the tap, won by the Monsters. Left to right, into the front court to Rayshawn Seamster, to the glass, pump fake, leans in, no good. Lee Rickwood Pitt with the rebound and fouled on the way back up. And the Monsters go to the line right away. The foul will go on 45, Merrick Small. That'll be his first team foul. And Rickwood Pitt to the line to shoot two. Lee led everybody in scoring on Saturday night, 20 points in that semifinal win over Yavapai, the 83-53 win. Rickwood Pitt fires the first, and it rolls out no good. Always tough to go to the foul line this early in a game when your adrenaline is just spiked. You can't see straight. You're trying to catch your breath still. Rickwood Pitt back to the line for his second. He fires, that one is good. 1 out of 2, Monsters lead 1-0. Full court pressure by Eastern in the backcourt. Godfrey gets it up to Riley Parker. Parker sprints it into the front court to Small right side. Small to Godfrey in the lane, can't hit. Pulled down by Machar for the Monsters. Off to Noah Goli into the front court on a standing dribble. Right side to Dallin Morgan. Morgan goes right against Parker. And now far side, trying to find Lee Rickwood Pitt cutting to the basket, but Rickwood Pitt had stayed up above the three-point line. Turnover over to Cochise. Just 30 seconds into this one, 1-0. Eastern on top. Full court pressure again by the Monsters. Hernandez, the defensive player of the year in the conference with the basketball. Off far side to Godfrey. Now back to Hernandez into the front court. Right side to Godfrey. Hangs out on top. Now back to Hernandez against Rayshawn Seamster. Now on top to Parker, the Cochise Aussie. Into the front court with 8 to shoot. Left side, Parker, crossover, gets into the lane, pulls up, floats, no good. Rebound is loose and pulled down off of Eastern Arizona. Last touch by Rickwood Pitt. It will stay with Cochise with 20 on the shot clock. Parker will inbound baseline right. Into the corner, Hernandez. Hernandez rolls around to the top of the key against a goalie. A goalie goes right baseline now, cut off there by a goalie. Out on top to Godfrey, now to Parker between the circles, 12 to shoot. Standing with the basketball, one-on-one against Seamster, tries to cross him over. Long jumper is partially blocked, no good, picked up by Machar for the Monsters. Cookie brings it into the front court himself, left side. Three-point line extended, now drives to Rickwood Pitt, stolen away by the Apaches. On the run, Barbie with it. Now back on top to Parker. Back to Barbie. Comes left around to screen. Hands it off on top to Hernandez. Now to Godfrey between the circles. Back to Hernandez with 17 on the shot clock. Right side, down low to Small against Rickwood Pitt. Pump fake, lays it up, won't go. And Noah Goli there for the rebound. 1-0 lead for the Monsters, 2 minutes in. A goalie with a standing dribble right side around a Morgan screen, top of the key. Now comes back around a double screen from the bigs. Now goes right, looks in the corner to Seamster. Rayshon catches on the right baseline, pulls up from 15, buries it from Rayshon Seamster. 3-0 Monster is the Monsters' lead now as Parker brings it into the front court to Godfrey. Now back to Parker left side. Parker dribbles against Seamster. Picks up his dribble, down low to Small. Small on the left block, back to the basket. Kicks it across to Hernandez. Pump fake, right side to Barbie. Down low, right side to Godfrey. Godfrey against Morgan on the block. Spins left in the paint, pump fake. Goes right, high off the glass and good. And he was the thorn in the side for the Monsters last time here, Tracy Godfrey. And he gets the first points for the Apaches in this one. 3-2, Eastern leads. 17-17 to play in the first half in the Region 1 championship game. Rick Whitpitt with the basketball, goes right to Morgan. Dallin gonna try a three, front iron won't go. Rakuk Machar with the rebound and puts it back up and in. On the follow for the Monsters, they lead it 5-2 as Hernandez brings it back into the front court. Now on top, swings it around left side on the left-handed dribble against Seamster. Out on top to Barbie. Down low, stolen away by Eastern, into the hands of a goalie. A goalie pushes it up against Parker. Right side to Machar, in the paint, off the glass, no good. Rebound is loose and pulled down by Parker for the Cochise Apaches. He'll bring it into the front court right to left. Top of the key, crossover, poked away by Seamster, but chased back down by Parker. Morgan's got to guard him outside now, left side to Barbie. Barbie against Machar, now goes right on top to Hernandez with 15 on the shot clock. 5-2 Monster lead. Hernandez standing dribble right side. 7 to shoot. Looks for a screen. Goes right. Now spins back left. Takes a wild shot on the way. No good. Machar with the rebound for the Monsters. Into the hands of a goalie. Left to right into the front court for Eastern. Standing dribble there against Parker. Right side to Morgan. Morgan in the paint. Back door to Rick Whitpitt. No good. Rebounded by Godfrey. Rick Whitpitt was too open on that one. Couldn't find the bucket. Into the front court, Hernandez. Right to Parker now. Out on top, works against Machar. Lobs it to Small on the right elbow. Faces the basket, now pivots right side to Parker. Parker goes right baseline. Tries to find Small down low, instead out on top to Godfrey. Back to Parker. Comes left around a screen with 7 to shoot. Down low, right side to Godfrey again. Godfrey spins in the lane. Lefty won't go. Pulled down by Machar for the Monsters. 5-2 Eastern leads, 15:21 to play in the first half. Into the front court, a goalie with the ball right side. Looks for Lee Rick Whitpitt on the mismatch. Instead, he's going to go left, gets into the paint, kicks it to Morgan left side for 3. Good for Demo from the left corner. Timeout, Cochise College. 15:07 to play in the first half. Monsters 8, Apaches 2. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Welcome back inside here to Gateau Gymnasium. Lee Patterson with you. 8-2, Eastern Arizona College on top over Cochise College in the Region 1 championship game. Cochise basketball right to left. Into the front court, Hernandez with it. Goes right on a goalie, back door underneath the basket to 32, Lewis Woosnam, who's checked in at the dead ball for Cochise. Parker with it, right side, down low to Godfrey on the right baseline. Works against Rick Whitpitt. Comes left through the paint, kicks it out to Woosnam, fires a 3, air ball. And pulled down by a goalie left side for Eastern. Into the front court to Morgan. Right corner to Cookie. He drives, finds some room, loses the handle, gets it back. Godfrey steals it for the Apaches. 14.5 to play first half, Monsters by 6. Parker into the front court right side. On top now to Barbie, around left side to Woosnam. Woosnam against Morgan, on top to Hernandez. Hernandez right side to Parker. Parker looking for a screen with 12 to shoot. Now goes right, back to Hernandez, top of the key. Drives right against a goalie. Jump stop, steps through, and lays it up and in. 8-4, Monsters lead. with 14 minutes to play in the first half. Into the front court, Seamster with the ball left side. On top to Rick Woodpitt, right side to Morgan. Demo for three. Front iron, no. Seamster with the rebound and the follow. In and out and back in for Rayshawn Seamster. 10-4, Monsters on top as Parker sprints it into the front court, coast to coast, wraps it around right side, no good by Godfrey, and picked up by Dallin Morgan. Into the hands of a goalie. Officials letting them play early in this Region 1 championship game. A goalie into the front court, gets a screen, goes left, looking for a slip. Instead, gets it down low, lobs it to Rick Woodpitt, puts it up, no good, gets his own rebound back, and the follow off the glass and good. And a timeout called by Cochise. And the Monsters lead it 12-4 with 13:18 to play in the first half. 30-second timeout. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back inside a packed house here at Gateau Gymnasium. Eastern leads at 12-4 over Cochise College in the Region 1 championship game. Cochise basketball, Terrence Warren has checked into the Eastern lineup, the freshman of the year in the league. Full court pressure by the Monsters. Hernandez with it in the backcourt, right to left, works against a goalie. Goes left, now crosses the time stripe. Standing dribble across the EAC logo now, right side to Parker. Parker drives, loses the handle, but Hernandez picks it up. Goes right around a screen, picked up by Seamster. Right corner to Woosnam. Woosnam back in the corner, drives right baseline, gets to the glass, blocked, but a foul going to be called on the way up as Woosnam hits the deck. The foul will go on 20, Dallin Morgan. It'll be his first team foul. That'll put the Apaches at the line to shoot a pair with Lewis Woosnam. Woosnam, a 6'3" freshman from the Sunshine Coast in Australia. Averages 7.5 points a game. His first one is short, no good. Cook Machar back into the Eastern lineup, replacing Dallin Morgan. The Eastern Arizona College band gets a warning that they can't play while they're shooting. They can play up until they shoot, but not while they're shooting. Woosnam's second free throw is good. 1 out of 2 at the line for him, and it's 12-5 Eastern Arizona. Into the Cochise lineup, number 10, Joshua Whiteside, a 6'7" freshman from Columbus, Ohio. It'll be Eastern basketball, left to right. Noah goalie on the dribble. Left side to Seamster. On top now to Machar. Machar in the paint to Rick Woodpitt. Goes right, spins left, and he traveled with the basketball. It'll be a turnover to Cochise College after the traveling call against Rick Woodpitt. Hernandez brings the ball into the front court, works against a goalie out on top. Now to Parker. Parker goes right to Whiteside. Whiteside with the jab step. Now goes right against Machar. Cut off over there and knocked out of bounds by Cookie. It'll stay with the Apaches baseline right with 18 on the shot clock. Parker will inbound as fans continue to file in here at Eastern Arizona College. Parker to inbound, gets it into Hernandez in the far corner. Hernandez against a goalie. Comes right on top to Parker. Catch, shoot, three. Front iron, no. Rebounded by Machar. Stolen back by Godfrey, and he puts it up and in. Godfrey again, a thorn in the side of the Monsters, as it's 12-7. Eastern Arizona on top. A goalie into the front court. Top of the key. Between the circles. Picks up his dribble. Right side to Seamster. Seamster against Whiteside. Now goes right. Backs his way down. Fadeaway jumper on the way is short. Rebound and a foul called against Lee Rick Woodpitt. That's going to be his second, and he's going to find some time on the pine after that one. Check that. It's his first second team foul. Dallin Morgan will check back into the Monster lineup. 11:48 to play in the first half. 12-7, Eastern on top of the Apaches. Hernandez in the front court against a goalie. Goes right on the dribble. Now comes left on the dribble. Looks for Parker on the screen. Down low to Godfrey against Morgan. Godfrey backs his way down, comes left in the paint, leans in. Left side to Whiteside. Whiteside underneath. Stolen away by Rayshawn Seamster. Into the hands of Machar. Leads the break for the Monsters. Left side to Rayshawn. Leaves it right side. And an offensive foul called on Rayshawn Seamster as he had too much head of steam and he ran over the defender. Rayshawn thought he was going to get to the basket there. A defender came over at the last second, stepped in and took the charge. It'll be a turnover back to Cochise College. Third team foul, first on Rayshawn Seamster. 11:15 to play in the first half. Monsters lead 12-7. Left side, Godfrey with the basketball on the elbow. Out to Parker. Parker, crossover dribble, goes left, now picked up on the drive, gets into the paint, pulls up over Morgan and buries it for Riley Parker. 12-9, Monsters lead with 10:55 to play in the first half. A goalie into the front court now for the Monsters. Runs a set play, works against Riley Parker on the standing dribble. Left side to Machar. Machar fires a three from there, in and out, no good. Hernandez with the rebound for the Apaches. He'll sprint it into the front court, picked up by a goalie. A goalie on top to Godfrey. Left side to Woosnam. Woosnam against Seamster. Goes right on top to Parker. Down low to Godfrey in the paint. Loses the handle. Stolen away, but chased back down into the hands of a Cook Machar. And a foul called on Riley Parker as he pounces on top of a Cook Machar. That'll be the first on Parker. And the second against the Apaches. Into the Eastern Arizona College lineup will be Jamari Childs and Amari Caraway. Back into the Cochise lineup will be Merrick Small and Jalen Barbee. Eastern basketball backcourt right. Childs to inbound. Gets it into AC3. Left to right on the hop for Caraway. Gets a screen from Morgan. Now goes left to Childs. Childs back on top to AC3. Pump fake. Parker flies by. Fires the three. Just a two. Just a two for Amari Caraway. Makes it 14-9. Monsters on top. Into the front court. Woosnam with the ball left side against Warren. On top to Parker now. Parker against Caraway. Jab step. Now goes right. Cut off. Spins. Travels with the basketball. Turnover. Back to Eastern Arizona College. Good defense there by Caraway on the drive and spin. Turnover back to the Monsters. Eastern basketball. Caraway with it. Left to right. Into the front court. Top of the key. Left side to Seamster. Back to Caraway. Caraway comes right on the dribble to Morgan. Left side. Slips it to Seamster. Off the glass. Good for Rayshawn Seamster. 16-9. Monsters lead. 9:33 to play in the first half. Merrick Small with the ball. Left elbow against Dallin Morgan. Looks left. Now dribbles it back out. Tries to get it to Parker, but Childs denies. Now finally does get it to Parker. Goes left. Double teamed left baseline. Cut off by Jamari Childs. Out on top to Hernandez against Caraway. Back to Parker. Drives left. Wraps it around into the corner to Woosnam. Woosnam drives. Pulls up from 5 and buries it for Lewis Woosnam. 16-11. Monsters on top with 9:05 to play in the first half. Caraway slowing it down a bit. Wonking into the front court. Goes left around to Morgan. Screen. On top now. Looking for a lob to Seamster. Instead, left side to Childs. Childs looks for a screen with 12 to shoot. Gives it down to Rayshawn. Left side, Rayshawn backs his way down out to Morgan. Fires a three, short, and Hernandez chases down the rebound for Cochise. Into the front court now against Caraway. On top to Barbee, right side to Parker. Parker on top to Woosnam. Woosnam left side to Hernandez against Caraway. Goes left, now back right around a screen, but Caraway stays there. Switches off, kicks it in the corner to Parker. Parker right side now with 10 to shoot. Works against Seamster. Step back, three on the way, and a foul called on Rayshawn Seamster on a three-point attempt on Riley Parker. That'll be the second on Rayshawn Seamster. The Monster Pit does not like that. The Rowdy Reptiles across the way. Riley Parker will go to the line to shoot three for Cochise College. Parker to the line. First one is up and good for Riley Parker. He'll get two more. 16-12. Monsters lead. Second on the way and good for Parker as well. Parker averages 13.5 points a game for the Apaches this year. Cook Machar checks into the lineup, replacing Rayshawn Seamster. Now Parker back to the line for his third. 16-13 Eastern. Third on the way and good. 3 for 3 for Riley Parker. He cuts the Monsters lead to 2, 16-14 with 8:14 to play in the first half. Caraway with the basketball. Comes right on the dribble, leaves it for Morgan, top of the key. Back to Childs, left side to Warren. Left side, Warren on the dribble, comes right, gets into the paint, goes to the glass, no good. Off the front of the rim, pulled down by Barbie. Into the hands of Parker. Quickly to Barbie, nobody picks him up, fires a three, and Cochise leads for the first time. Timeout, Eastern. 7:48 to play in the first half. Cochise 17, Eastern 16. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Welcome back here to Eastern Arizona College. Lee Patterson with you. The Monsters led 12-5. It's now 17-16 Cochise College on a 12-4 run. Eastern basketball trailing for the first time tonight. Caraway into the front court, left to right. Picked up by Hernandez out on top. Goes left side to Machar. Machar back right to Caraway. Caraway catch, shoot, three. Good for AC3. 19-17, Monsters back on top. Into the front court, right side to Small. Small holds it on the elbow. Goes left on the dribble, kicks it out to Godfrey. Godfrey over to Parker. Parker goes right on the dribble. Feeds it back to Barbie, left side. Barbie against Warren. Now out on top with 9 to shoot to Parker. Drives right against Machar, cut off there, pump fake, fade away is short. Rebounded by Dallin Morgan, off to Warren. Warren will bring it into the front court on the standing dribble. Right side to Machar. Machar fires a three, front iron no. Barbie there for the rebound. Into the front court. Right side Hernandez. Over to Small. Small back to Hernandez, comes left around to screen, steps through, knocked away, picked up by Eastern. Left side to Caraway, transition three, feeling it. Back iron no, Barbie with the rebound. Into the front court. Left side, Parker with it, Monsters with a 2-point lead. Down low to Godfrey, left baseline against Rickwood Pitt. Backs him down. Double team comes over to Small, and he traveled with the basketball. Turnover back to the Monsters with 5:51 to play in the first half. Back into the Eastern lineup, Noah Goley replacing Terrence Warren. Joshua Whiteside back in for the Apaches, replacing Small. 5:51 to play first half, 19-17. Kind of what you expect for a team that played each other for five. This is the 5th meeting between the two this year. A goalie into the front court, left side to Morgan. Morgan to Machar, left side. Comes right on the dribble. Now on top to Caraway, back to Machar. Drives right, pulls up, kicks it back to a goalie for three. Back iron no. Dallin Morgan with the rebound, and he's fouled on the way back up. He'll go to the line to shoot two. The foul will go on number 5, Jalen Barbie, his first. That'll put Dallin Morgan to the line to shoot 2. Morgan on the season averaged just under a tick under 10 points a game and 5 rebounds. The redshirt freshman from Salem, Oregon. 3 points tonight for him. Make it 4 as he sinks the first. And the Monsters go back on top 20-17. 5:29 to play in the first half of this Region 1 championship game. Morgan's second free throw on the way, back and good for Dallin Morgan. 21-17, 5 points for Morgan. Hernandez brings the ball into the front court, right to left. Picked up by Caraway out on top, goes left on the dribble. Down low, looking for Godfrey, but can't find him. And an offensive foul called against Tracy Godfrey as Lee Rickwood Pitt had him bottled up. That'll be the first on Tracy Godfrey. An offensive foul into the Eastern Arizona College lineup will be number 10, Caden Erickson, the 6'2 freshman from Syracuse, New York. Or excuse me, Syracuse, Utah. I want to say New York every single time. He's been from Utah his whole career. It'll be Eastern basketball. Left to right to Erickson, on top to a goalie. Right side now to Caraway. Comes left on the dribble. Right side to Morgan. Pump fake, now drives. Kicks it in the corner to Erickson. Caden drives. Pump fake, fades, no good. Pulled down by Barbie for the Apaches. Off to Parker on the run. Near side to Barbie. Goes right on the dribble to Parker. Steps into a 3. Good for Riley Parker. Cuts the Eastern lead to 1, 21-20 with 4:38 to play in the first half of this one. Erickson into the front court left side. On top to a goalie, near side to Caraway. Caraway lobs it to Rickwood Pitt. Faces the basket, 12 feet from it. On top to Caraway, he's feeling the 3. Short, rebounded by Hernandez for Cochise. Into the front court to Barbie. Goes left and loses it out of bounds. Last touch by Caraway. It'll stay with the Apaches. Rayshawn Seamster will come back into the Eastern lineup with 2 fouls, replacing Caden Erickson. It'll be Cochise basketball, baseline right with 25 on the shot clock. Barbie to inbound. In on top to Whiteside, catches one-handed. Back to Hernandez against a goalie. Goes right to Barbie. Barbie back to Hernandez with 18 to shoot between the circles. Comes left on the dribble against a goalie. Hernandez looking for a screen, dribbles through traffic, gets into the paint to Whiteside, a lefty jumper, over the rim, no good, and a rebounding foul called against Lee Rickwood Pitt. That'll be his fifth team foul. Into the Eastern Arizona College lineup will be Dejon Russell Walters, a 6'7 freshman from Nottingham, UK. Be Cochise basketball, baseline left. Eastern leads 21-20 with 3:54 to play in the first half. It'll be Barbie to inbound. Barbie ready. Lobs it into Hernandez. Hernandez comes right on top to Parker. Parker against Caraway, gets a screen from Godfrey, goes left with it. Now drives into the paint. Picks up his dribble, swings it around to Hernandez, drives left baseline with 5 on the shot clock. To Whiteside. Whiteside spins, fades, hits. 22-21. Cochise on top for the second time tonight with 3:25 to play in the first half. A goalie into the front court, goes left, now right around a screen. Into the corner to Seamster. Seamster jab steps against Whiteside. Cross court to Caraway. And he throws it off with a foot of Riley Parker. And it'll save the possession for the Monsters. A Cook Machar back into the Eastern lineup, replacing Dejon Russell Walters. It'll be Eastern basketball. Front court left. A goalie will inbound in on top to Caraway with 10 to shoot. Down to 8. Caraway glances up at the shot clock and sees it. Caraway gonna have to take a deep shot. Instead, he drives and travels with the basketball. It'll be a turnover back to the Apaches with 3:04 left in their first half. Apaches lead 22-21. A relatively low-scoring first half so far, especially between these two. Cochise basketball right to left. Hernandez against a goalie across the time stripe. Right side to Whiteside. On the right elbow, hands it off to Parker. Down low to a cutting Godfrey, who lays it up and in. 24-21, Cochise on top, their largest lead of the night at 3. Into the front court, standing dribble for a goalie. Goes right on the dribble, now left to Machar. NBA 3 on the way, good for a Cook Machar. That's one of those where you go, no, no, yes! And the Monsters have tied it at 24 with 2:22 to play in the first half. Whiteside with the ball, top of the key. It's right side to Parker now. Now on top to Barbie, around to Hernandez, left side. Hernandez against the goalie. Down low to Godfrey, left baseline. Godfrey backs down Seamster. Seamster still there, kicks it to Whiteside. Free throw jumper is good for Joshua Whiteside. Whiteside averages just 6 points a game. He's got 4 so far. 26-24 Cochise, 1:50 to play in the first half. Left side, Seamster with the basketball, down low to Morgan. Morgan catches, double team comes, out to Caraway. Catch, shoot, 3, in and out, no good. Whiteside with the rebound for the Apaches, and then stolen back by Dallin Morgan to a goalie. Wide open for 3, in and out, no good. Whiteside pulls down the rebound for the Apaches. Cam Turner saying we got to slow it down and run offense. Hernandez into the front court to Whiteside. Right side to Parker. Parker down low to Godfrey again against Seamster, who's got 2 fouls in the paint. Pump fake, tries to step through, fade away, won't go. Seamster with the rebound for the Monsters. He leaves it for a goalie with 68 seconds to play. A goalie into the front court, left to right, down 2. Left side to Machar, on top to a goalie. A goalie goes right to the baseline. Lobs it down low to Seamster. Seamster goes right, and an offensive foul called on Rayshawn Seamster. That'll be the 3rd on Rayshawn Seamster. Into the Eastern lineup will be Terrence Warren, and back into the Apache lineup will be Lewis Woosnam. It'll be Cochise basketball right to left. 52.5 seconds to play in the first half. Jordan Hernandez with the basketball. Into the front court against a goalie. Goes left around to screen, top of the key. A goalie follows. Now on top to Barbie. Down low, right side to Godfrey. Godfrey, give and go to Barbie. Blocked on the way up. And a jump ball called on the way up. It'll be alternating possession. It will stay with Cochise College with 10 on the shot clock. Good defense there from a Cook Machar, who came over on the help side. Eastern will send in to the lineup number 23, Mathak Chol, a 6'11 freshman from South Sudan, replacing Amari Caraway. It will be Godfrey to inbound, baseline right, over Chol. Lobs it in, knocked away by Eastern, picked back up by Barbie. Hernandez, right corner for 3, in and out, no good. Warren with the rebound, the shot clock is off. Eastern will hold for a final shot of the first half. 19 seconds to play, Monsters down 2. Terrence Warren holds, left side for the final shot, down to 11 seconds. Down to 10 seconds. Now Morgan goes to set a screen. Warren goes right against Parker. Now crosses him over. Stolen away by Parker at midcourt for 3. No good. Too much dribbling there for Terrence Warren at the end of the first half. And at halftime, Cochise College leads it 26-24. We'll be back for the Kimpton Chevrolet halftime report right after this.
It starts with a destination. Your higher education journey begins here, in this classroom, in this residence hall, in this town. Outside the big city lights, opportunity shines with professors who know you and care. Like her, like him, like them. Here, small college experiences exist where you never thought to look before. This journey we take with new friends, exploring new places, and learning only in small class settings. Some of us find our path in music, in science, in health. while others find it in something even more hands-on. It is a place to arrive curious and to leave debt-free. Here, beginnings matter just as much as ends. So get out of your bubble. Walk your path. Find your way. And start your journey. Because no matter where you want life to take you, it starts at the SMART higher education destination. It starts at Eastern Arizona College.
Welcome into the Kimpton Chevrolet Halftime Report. Lee Patterson with you. Kimpton Chevrolet, your straight shooting dealer in the Gila Valley, or online at KimptonChevrolet.com. At halftime, Cochise leads Eastern 26-24 in the Division I Region I championship game. Let's take a look at the numbers in the first half. First for Cochise, Jordan Hernandez with 2 points, 3 points for Jalen Barbie, 8 points for Riley Parker, 6 points for Tracy Godfrey, 4 for Joshua Whiteside, and 3 for Lewis Woosnam. The Apaches were 10 of 24 from the floor, 42%. They were 2 of 7 from 3 for 28.5%, and 4 out of 5 at the foul line for 80%. For Eastern Arizona, 6 points for Rayshawn Seamster to lead the Monsters, 5 points for Cook Machar, 5 points for Dallin Morgan, 3 for Lee Rickwood Pitt, and 5 for Amari Caraway. That's it in the first half. Eastern was 9 of 27 from the floor, 33.3%, just 3 of 13 from 3, 23%, and 3 of 4 from the foul line, 75%. Cochise leads the points in the paint, 10-8. Points off turnovers are tied at 6. Score has been tied once, and there's been 3 lead changes. Their last field goal came at the 2:01 mark for Cochise and the 2:32 mark for Eastern, so neither team scored in the last 2 minutes of the game. In the first half, the largest lead is 3 by Cochise at 2:49. Eastern led by 8 just 6.5 minutes into the game, but Cochise came storming back. On the rebounding front, Eastern has out-rebounded Cochise 16-13. 6 offensive rebounds for Eastern, 2 for Cochise. And that is the way the cookie crumbled in the first half for these two teams. The last time these two teams met for a region championship, Eastern won 102-94 in double overtime. I don't know that we're going to get to that kind of point total in this one, with it being 26-24 at the break, but hey, we might. You never know. It's halftime. Eastern trails 26-24. We'll take another break on the Kimpton Chevrolet Halftime Report and come back right after this. Welcome back here to the Kimpton Chevrolet halftime report. Kimpton Chevrolet is your straight shooting dealer in the Gila Valley, or online at KimptonChevrolet.com. Monsters trail 26-24 at the break. Let's take a look at some NCAA men's basketball scores from our cross-conference tournaments today. In the CAA Championship semifinal, Stony Brook and Hofstra tied at 51. In the WCC semifinal, St. Mary's leads Santa Clara 64-50. At halftime of the semifinals of the Summit League, Omaha leads Denver 34-32. Milwaukee leads North Kentucky leads Milwaukee 38-31 in the Horizon League semifinal. Montana leads Portland State 28-24 in the Big Sky quarterfinals. Finals from earlier today. And the other CAA semifinal, Charleston beat Towson 61-56. Lamar over New Orleans 71-57 in the Southland second round. Oakland beat Cleveland State 74-71 in the Horizon League semifinal. James Madison over Arkansas State 91-71 in the Sun Belt Championship. So JMU is headed to the big dance. In the SoCon final, it was Samford over East Tennessee. The Samford Bulldogs back in the big dance. South Dakota State beat St. Thomas 59-49 in the Summit League semifinal. Montana State beat Weber State 91-82 in the Big Sky quarterfinal. Nichols beat Texas A&M Commerce 72-51 in the Southland second round. And later tonight, it'll be San Francisco and Gonzaga in the other West Coast Conference semifinal. Pac-12 tournament starts. The final Pac-12 tournament starts next week. Later this week, Arizona State will take on Utah in the opening round. You can hear that game here on KETO at 8:30 on the 13th. USC will take on Washington, Oregon State at UCLA, and Stanford will take on Cal. Arizona will await a winner, so will Oregon, Washington State, and Colorado, the top four seeds in that tournament. We'll take another timeout here on the Kimpton Chevrolet Halftime Report. We'll come back with more here from Eastern right after this. Welcome back in here to Eastern Arizona College. Lee Patterson with you. 26-24, Cochise College leads it at the break. We've had a delayed halftime with a performance at halftime, and they're still performing, so both teams have made their way back out onto the floor, but the halftime clock has been held at 5 minutes, so we will have at least 5 more minutes. The winner of this game will take on Salt Lake City on Saturday in the West District Championship game. Salt Lake City defeated Southern Idaho 87-65 in their Region 18 championship. Southern Idaho did lead 22-13 with 10:42 to play, but were outscored 22-7 the rest of the first half. The number 3 Slick, as they're known, SLCC, is the number 3 team in the nation, and they will travel to Arizona on Saturday to face the Region 1 championship. The winner of that one will go to the NJCAA National Tournament in Hutchinson, Kansas. So, big game still going on, including this one. Eastern Arizona College and trails by 2, needs to get back in the game. It's just a kind of a slow, methodical first half for both teams.
My name is Taylor Banks. We are Gila Valley All-Stars here. Now keep it loud for your monsters. Let's go.
Both teams have played each other 5 times. And you know, when that happens, you tend to take a little bit longer to feel each other out in that process. Everybody knows every play call. Everybody knows what's coming on every screen. So you got to get a little creative. You got to make some shots. Eastern was 3 of 13 from three-point line in the first half, so they've got to hit some shots. And that's really the bottom line. They've played well. They just have to hit some shots. They settled for threes late in the first half, not able to make them. And that's the difference, down 2 here at the break. We'll take a timeout, so we'll come back with more here from Eastern Arizona College right after this. Welcome back inside Gateau Gymnasium. I think we're ready for second half action here in the Region 1 championship game between Eastern Arizona and Cochise College. Cochise leads at 26-24 at the break. As the EAC drum line gets fired back up. There's a funny story that I tell from time to time about the EAC marching band. Back in the day, where Eastern was playing Snow College, and the Eastern Arizona College marching band got a penalty for playing too loud in an outdoor venue during a football game. They then had shirts made that said Eastern Arizona College marching band, too loud for football. I thought it was great. It will be Eastern basketball to start the second half. They've got their starters back on the floor. Cochise starts with their 5 as well. And we are ready for second half action of the Region 1, Division 1 championship game. It'll be Machar to inbound at midcourt for Eastern. Into Noah Agoli, right to left. On top against Hernandez, hands it off to Machar, right back to Agoli right side. Agoli in the paint to Seamster, left side to Rickwood Pitt, and he dives to the basket and ties the game at 26. Parker drives down the lane, leaves it to Godfrey, right side to Small. Small backs his way down to the paint, can't hit. Rebounded by Small for Cochise. Backs his way down again, reverse layup over Rickwood Pitt and score it for Merrick Small. 28-26 Apaches on top. Into the front court, Agoli with the basketball, goes left around a screen, on top to Morgan. Morgan goes left, down low to Seamster. Seamster backs his way down, fadeaway jumper on the way, too hard, and Hernandez there to clear for Cochise. Into the front court to Parker. Parker drives through the paint, on top to Small, who gives it right back to Hernandez. Hernandez against Agoli on the dribble. Now on top to Small, back to Hernandez. Hernandez comes right on the dribble with 13 to shoot. Now to Godfrey on the left baseline against Dallin Morgan in the paint, kicks it near side. Now on top to Hernandez. He drives around left side, 2 to shoot. Hernandez doesn't see it, now backs his way down. It'll be a shot clock violation. Good defense to start there for the Monsters. And they'll get the ball back down to 28-26 with 18:40 to play in the ball game. Morgan will inbound for the Monsters. Into Noah Agoli. Agoli on the dribble, left side to Seamster. Seamster on top to Rickwood Pitt. Dives to Seamster. Seamster catches, fades off the glass, and good for Rayshon Seamster as he slips to the basket. Parker can't hang on to it on the long pass. Out of bounds. Turnover back to Eastern Arizona College. And the Eastern fans back into it right away. Agoli into the front court. Right side to Machar, now back to Agoli. Agoli fires a long 3, good for Noah Agoli. Everybody backed off of him, so he just took the shot, and the Monsters up 3, 31-23. Into the front court. Parker with it, left side to Small. Small looks back door. Now on top to Small, still with it over to Parker. Parker, standing dribble against Seamster to Godfrey. Looking for Hernandez, now hands it back off to Parker. Parker around a screen. Fade away from 15, back iron, no. Seamster with the rebound. Into the front court, Agoli with it. Now back to Morgan. Morgan to Machar. Machar goes left, and he's fouled on a hand check. The foul will go on Hernandez. That'll be his first team foul, non-shooting foul. It'll be Eastern Arizona College basketball, front court left, into Machar. Monsters lead 31-28. Machar goes left, top of the key against Parker. In the paint to Rickwood Pitt, spins right, fade away, off glass, no good. Machar with the rebound, and he's fouled by Riley Parker. That'll be the second on Riley Parker. Eastern will inbound baseline left with Noah Goalie leading by 3, 17-15 to play. A goalie looks for the lob, gets it into Seamster instead, goes right to Rick Wood-Pitt, loses the handle, ball's loose and knocked out of bounds off of Lee Rick Wood-Pitt, and Lee is confused by that call. Home fans don't like it either. Monsters by 3, 17 minutes to play in the ball game. Parker works it up against a goalie, now sprints it into the front court, goes right, fades away, no good, but the tip in, good by Tracy Godfrey. Looked like offensive goaltend from our angle, but no whistle. Rayshawn Seamster back the other way, lets it fly and scores it for Rayshawn Seamster on the left side. Makes it 33-30. Monsters back on top by 3. Parker into the front court. Goes left on Machar. Right side to Small. Small hands it off to Hernandez. Hernandez pump fakes the 3. Now takes the 3 straight away. No good. Rebounded by Lee Rick Wood-Pitt in between 2 Apaches. Off to Machar into the front court right side. Machar goes left into the paint. Scoops shot on the way and good for a Cook Machar. 35-30, Monsters back to a 5-point lead. And a whistle and a timeout called by the Apaches. 16-11 to play in the ball game. Monsters 35, Cochise 30. We'll be back in 30 seconds. .16 minutes and 11 seconds to play in this one. Eastern leads Cochise 35-30. It'll be Cochise basketball, backcourt left with Tracy Godfrey to inbound. Into Hernandez in the backcourt, works against a goalie one-on-one. Left side, now back right side on the dribble. Hernandez backs it up against a goalie. Now left side on the dribble. Works against a goalie with 8 to shoot. All the way outside, a goalie with great defense. Down to Godfrey with 4 to shoot. In the paint to Hernandez. And a shot clock violation as Small couldn't get it away. Turnover back to Eastern Arizona. Back into the Cochise lineup will be number 32, Lewis Woosnam, replacing Merrick Small. It'll be Eastern basketball right to left. A goalie at the helm. Into the front court against Hernandez. Goes left around a high ball screen. Now back right to Morgan. Morgan right corner to Rick Wood-Pitt. Back to Morgan. Lobs it to Rayshawn. In the paint. He'll go right to the glass against Barbie. Lays it up and in for Rayshawn Seamster. 12 points for Rayshawn. And it's a 37-30 lead. Parker works against Machar into the front court. Left side to Barbie, stolen away, but picked up by Parker on the run, left side. Down low to Godfrey, left baseline against Rick Wood-Pitt. Double team comes, nowhere to go, and a 3-second violation called against Tracy Godfrey. Timeout, Cochise. 14:58 to play. Monsters lead at 37-30. We'll be back after this full timeout.
Making the jump from high school to university can be overwhelming. That's why Eastern Arizona College is a great place to start. EA offers personalized education at a quarter of the cost. Small classes with hands-on experience, surrounded by people who genuinely care. Plus, there's always something fun to do on and off campus. Whether you're planning to transfer to a university or learn a new trade, Eastern Arizona College is the place for you. It's changed my life. Let it change yours.
.14 minutes and 58 seconds to play in this Region 1 championship game. Eastern leads Cochise 37-30. It'll be Eastern basketball right to left. Into Noah Agoli. Right to left. Agoli with the left-handed dribble into the front court to Morgan right side. Morgan hands it off to Machar. Machar comes left. Double team comes. Machar right side to Agoli. Agoli crossover. Left corner to Morgan. Morgan goes left baseline. Now spins right, backs his way down into the paint. Double team, left-handed off the glass, no good. Pulled down by Lee Rickwood Pitt, and the putback is good on the offensive rebound. 39-30, Monsters have climbed their lead to 9 with 14.5 to play. Their largest lead of the game. Hernandez into the front court, and a whistle and a foul called against Rickwood Pitt. The foul will go on Lee Rickwood Pitt. That'll be his third. Cam Turner not happy at all with that call. Not real sure what he saw. Lob in on top to Barbie. And a whistle and a foul called against Noah Agoli on a hand check. Thanks to D-Ray Seamster, former Gila Monster, for letting us know those 12 points puts Rayshon Seamster over 1,000 points scored at Eastern Arizona College. So congratulations to Rayshon Seamster on 1,000 points scored in his career here at Eastern Arizona College. Jamari Childs into the Eastern lineup, replacing Lee Rickwood Pitt. It'll be Cochise basketball baseline right into Godfrey against Morgan. Goes right, backs his way down, underneath the basket. Woosnam in the corner for three. No good. Rebounded by Barbie. Blocked on the way back up by Rayshon Seamster. Into the hands of Noah Agoli. Agoli against Parker. Crosses him over, goes right into the corner to Childs. Childs comes left. Picks up his dribble, right side to Agoli. Agoli drives to the glass, kicks it in the corner to Morgan for three. Front iron, no good. Rebounded by Riley Parker for the Monsters. For the Apaches. Into the front court against Agoli to Hernandez. Hernandez on top against Dallin Morgan. And they want him to go one-on-one. Hernandez against Morgan. Goes right, lobs it underneath, and then a whistle and a foul called against a Cook Machar. They let all the shoving before the pass go, but then the ticky-tacky one up top they call on the lob. It'll be Apache basketball, baseline right. Terrence Warren will check back into the Monster lineup, replacing Rayshon Seamster. It'll be Woosnam to inbound baseline right. Into the corner to Parker, right side. Parker down low to Godfrey. Godfrey against Morgan on the right block. Goes left in the paint, left-handed, and it goes for Tracy Godfrey. 39-32, 10 points for Godfrey, and the Monsters lead by 7. 13-10 to play. Agoli into the front court, on top to Childs now. Childs to Morgan. Morgan right side to Childs, down low to Machar. Machar right side to the glass, blocked on the way up, gets it back, and one for a Cook Machar. Machar with a big smile on his face. The foul will go on Riley Parker, the fellow Australian. That'll be his third. Machar to the line to try to make it a three-point play for the Monsters as they lead 41-32. Machar this season for the Monster averages 10.5 points a game. He's got 9 so far tonight. Free throw up and good. 3-point play for the Monsters, and they lead by 10, their largest of the night. Full court pressure again for Eastern as Hernandez has it near side. Back to Barbie, back to Hernandez. Hernandez drives against Warren, and a blocking foul called on Terrence Warren. That'll be the first on Terrence Warren. 4th team foul. It'll be Apache basketball. Front court right, Barbie to inbound. In on top to Hernandez. Hernandez against a goalie, goes left on the dribble. Now back right to Barbie against Warren. Goes left on the dribble, off to Parker. Parker against Machar, and a whistle and a foul called against a Cook Machar. That'll be his second. Machar letting the official know, hey, he had my hand. And Mark Beasley, the lead official tonight, gives him an explanation. Cookie seems content with it, shakes his head. Hernandez with the ball for Cochise, out on top against a goalie. Now to Parker between the circles, back against Machar, 10 to shoot. Crossover, goes left in the paint, fade away, on the way, good for Riley Parker. 42-34, back to a single-digit lead for the Monsters with 12-12 to play in this one. A goalie into the front court, goes right on the dribble. Gets a screen on top, lob down low, knocked away. Ball's loose, and Hernandez picks it up for the Apaches. On the run, left to right for Cochise against Machar. Right corner to Parker. And an offensive foul called. No, they're going to call it on Eastern, down low against Noah, goalie. That'll be his second, and the foul starting to add up against Eastern. That's their 6th team foul. One more foul, the Apaches will be at the foul line for every foul the rest of the way. Amari Caraway and Lee Rickwood Pitt back into the Eastern lineup. It'll be Cochise basketball baseline right. Woosnam will inbound baseline right. Into the corner to Parker, right side. Parker goes right on the dribble, wraps it around on top to Barbie. Wide open for a 3, good. Count the basket, but a whistle and a foul called underneath. So count the basket for Barbie. The foul will go on Tracy Godfrey after the basket. That'll be his second. And the 4th team foul. So the basket's good, 42-37 Eastern. Rayshawn Seamster back into the Eastern lineup, replacing a Cook Machar. It'll be Monster basketball, length of the floor, Amari Caraway with it. As Noah goalie gets a rest. That might be a goalie's first rest of the night. Left side to Seamster. Seamster on top to Rickwood Pitt. Rickwood Pitt goes right side to Morgan. Morgan down low to Seamster. Seamster goes right, now back left to the glass, and he's fouled on the way up. The foul will go on 32, Lewis Woosnam. That'll be his first. Rayshawn Seamster to the line to shoot 2 for the Monsters. Seamster averages 18 points a game this year for Eastern. That's the highest on the team. Also goes along with 7.9 rebounds a game, which is top 5 in the entire conference. Seamster at the line to shoot 2. First free throw, back iron, no good for Seamster. Rayshawn back to the line for his second. Fires, that one is up and rattles home. A Cook Machar back into the Monster lineup, replacing Dallin Morgan. Eastern leads 43-37 with 11:28 to play. Winner of this one gets Salt Lake City Saturday at home. Hernandez brings the ball into the front court, left to right, lobs it to Godfrey, right side. Godfrey back to the basket, works against Rickwood Pitt. Now spins around on his pivot foot and backs it up to the three-point line. Hands it off to Woosnam, who hands it right back to Parker. Parker wants a screen, goes left, can't get around it, now drives in the lane, leaves it for Godfrey, on the way up, too hard, gets his own rebound, and he's fouled on the way back up. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. I think Terrence Warren will be the guilty party. It is on Warren. That'll be his second, but it's the 7th team foul, so Cochise will shoot free throws on every whistle the rest of the way. Godfrey to the line for the Apaches, 12.9 points a game. for them this season. He'll get 2. First free throw attempts of the second half for the Apaches. First free throw is up and good. He'll get one more, 43-38. Eastern leads with 11 minutes to play. Monsters have led by as many as 10 in this one. Cochise led by 3. That's their largest. Second one by Godfrey. Rattles out, no good. Rickwood Pitt with the rebound. Off to Caraway. Into the front court. Left side to Seamster. Seamster on top to Rickwood Pitt. Now back to Machar. Machar faces the basket. Works against Barbie right side. Gets a screen. Crossover to the glass. Reverse it and good for a Cook Machar. 45-38. Parker back the other way on the sprint. Works against Seamster way out on top. Right side to Hernandez. Hernandez holds the ball. Now back to Parker. Parker out on top against Machar. Goes right, now left, pulls up from the left elbow. Good for Riley Parker. Good defense there from a Cook Machar. Not much you can do when Parker gets the shot off that smoothly. 45-40. Eastern Arizona College on top with 10 minutes to play. Machar with the ball, top of the key, now middle of the floor against Parker. Goes right, drives, kicks it to Rickwood Pitt. He drives off the glass and good for Lee Rickwood Pitt. Parker sprints it into the front court, into the lane. Scoop shot on the way, no good, but a foul going to be called on Lee Rickwood Pitt. Nope, that is going to be on Rickwood Pitt. That's going to be his 4th, and that's a big one. It looks like Dallin Morgan will check back into the Eastern lineup to replace Rickwood Pitt after the first Parker free throw. Parker with 12 points tonight for the Apaches. Make it 13 as he sinks the first. Morgan in for Lee Rickwood Pitt. Noah Goalie back into the Eastern lineup, replacing Terrence Warren. 9:44 to play. Monsters by 6, 47-41. And now Parker back to the line to shoot his second. On the way, that one is good as well. 2 for 2 for Riley Parker. He's perfect from the foul line tonight. And it's a 5-point Monster lead, 47-42 with 9:41 to play. A goalie into the front court against Hernandez. On the dribble, gets a screen from Morgan, goes right with it. Now back on top to Caraway. Caraway against Parker, goes left, drives, crosses him over, gets to the glass, and he's fouled on the way up. That'll be the 3rd on Riley Parker. Check that, the 4th on Riley Parker. Oh, sorry. So now both teams with a player from Australia with 4 fouls. Eastern's Lee Rickwood Pitt with 4, Riley Parker for Cochise with 4, and Amari Caraway at the line to shoot 2 for Eastern. Caraway with 3 points tonight. First trip to the foul line. His first free throw back iron, no good. Monsters 2 of 5, 2 of 4 from the foul line in the second half. Woosnam back into the Cochise lineup, replacing Parker, who will sit with 4 fouls. Now Caraway at the line for his second. That one on the way and good. 1 out of 2 for Amari. 48-42, Monsters back on top by 6 with 9:22 to play. Hernandez works against a goalie near side. Drives it into the front court, trying to get all the way underneath the basket. Reverse layup, no good. Rebound is loose. Hernandez pulls it down from his backside. Gets it back now on top. Swings it around to Barbie left side. Down low to Godfrey. Godfrey drives it down low. Stolen away by Noah Goalie. A goalie into the front court right side for the Monsters to Seamster. Seamster drives. Kicks it out right side to Machar. Machar through the paint to Caraway. Caraway stepped on the line and out of bounds as he drove to the basket. Coach Cam Turner telling his guys we can slow it down, play with some patience. 8:44 to play in the ball game, 48-42. Eastern on top. Godfrey catches right side. Looks backdoor for the lob, nothing there. Still holds. Works against Morgan, now to Woosnam. Woosnam around a screen, right side to Godfrey, to the glass and good for Tracy Godfrey. The Monsters got caught in a weird switch there, and the lead is just 4. 48-44. Monsters on top with 8:12 to play. Right side, Morgan with the basketball. Down low to Seamster. Catches against Godfrey. Comes left. In the lane. Fade away on the way. And good for Rayshawn Seamster. When Seamster gets in the lane and rises up like that, hard to get a hand in his face. 50-44. Monsters by 6. 7:50 to play. Woosnam into the front court to Whiteside. He drives. Stolen away, but picked up by Godfrey. Godfrey against Morgan in the paint, to the glass, and good. He ran over the top of Dallin Morgan, no whistle. And it's 50-46, Eastern by 4 with 7:31 to play. A goalie into the front court on top to Caraway. Caraway with the dribble between the circles. Goes left, now back right around a Seamster screen. Sets the play in motion. Left side to Morgan, wide open for a 3. Short, rebounded by Machar, and then knocked out of bounds off of Cochise. It'll hit Noah goalie, though, who is standing out of bounds, so that will be off of Eastern. And back to Cochise College. With 7:06 to play, Monsters lead by 4. Merrick Small back into the Cochise lineup, replacing Joshua Whiteside. It'll be Cochise basketball, length of the floor, left to right. In front of a sellout crowd here tonight at Eastern Arizona College. Hernandez with the basketball, left to right. Works against a goalie. On the dribble, left side to Godfrey. Godfrey on top to Small, the big man, fires a 3. Back iron, no. Machar with the rebound, and he's fouled by Woosnam on the rebound. That'll be the second on Woosnam and the 7th team foul. That'll put Eastern at the line to shoot 1 and 1. So both teams in the bonus the rest of the way, the remaining 6:48. Could come down to the best free throw shooting team down the stretch. Machar at the line for the Monsters. Averages 10.5 points a game this year, the sophomore from Adelaide, Australia. Fires the first, it's good, he gets the second. 51-46, Monsters lead. As Machar goes back to the line. Now he fires the second and hits them both. Timeout on the floor called by Eastern Arizona. 6:48 to play in the ball game. Monsters lead it 52-46. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Six minutes and 48 seconds to play in this one. Eastern leads at 52-46. The winner gets Salt Lake City on Saturday night. It'll be Cochise basketball after the timeout. Hernandez will bring it up against a goalie at the midcourt stripe. Goes left on the dribble. Now back right on the spin. Back door to Woosnam. Too far. Out of bounds. Turnover. Back to Eastern Arizona. Riley Parker back into the Monster lineup. Into the Cochise lineup, replacing Merrick Small. He's playing with 4 fouls. We'll see if Eastern goes right at him here on this possession. A goalie brings the ball into the front court. Right side. Now comes back to Dallin Morgan. Pump fakes the 3. In the paint to Rayshawn. Down low to a cutting Amari Caraway. Back to Morgan. Morgan drives. Now back right. Left. 10 to shoot. Morgan backs his way down. In the paint. Left-handed off the glass and good for Dallin Morgan. 54-46. Monsters by 8 with 6 minutes to play. Parker into the front court. Right side to Godfrey on the right elbow. Now back to Parker, right side. Parker, step back three on the way, no good. Rebounded by a goalie for the Monsters. And Coach Cam Turner puts two hands up and says, slow it down and run some clock. A goalie into the front court. Comes left on the dribble against Hernandez. On top to Machar. Machar wants a screen. Now he's going to go one-on-one against Parker with 4 fouls. Now back to Seamster. Seamster goes right into the paint. Scoop shot high. No good. Rebounded by a goalie, and he puts it up and in. Monsters back up 10 with 5:20 to play. Hernandez into the front court. Hernandez left side against the goalie. On top to Woosnam. He drives, leaves it for Godfrey, and he lays it up and in. Timeout called by Cochise. 5:06 to play. 56-48. Eastern Arizona College leads. We'll be back here in 30 seconds.
Making the jump from high school to university can be overwhelming. That's why Eastern Arizona College is a great place to start. EA offers personalized education at a quarter of the cost. Small classes with hands-on experience, surrounded by people who genuinely care. Plus, there's always something fun to do on and off campus. Whether you're planning to transfer to a university or learn a new trade, Eastern Arizona College is the place for you. It's changed my life. Let it change yours.
Welcome back inside Gateau Gymnasium. Lee Patterson with you. 5 minutes and 6 seconds to play. Eastern leads at 56-48 over the Cochise College Apaches. It'll be Eastern basketball right to left. Looks like Cochise will be in the full court press. Rayshon Seamster to inbound. Into a goalie, and he loses the ball over and back. A goalie tried to go underneath the basket to catch the inbounds to throw it long, and a goalie dropped it inbounds, so that will be an illegal inbound. It'll be a turnover back to Cochise. Monsters trying to get fancy there. It bites them a little bit. The officials come over to the scorer's table to talk to the official scorer here. And now we're ready to go. Woosnam will inbound. Baseline right into Hernandez. Hernandez on top to Parker, back to Hernandez. Hernandez now against a goalie on the dribble, 10 to shoot. Right side, on top to Parker. Parker looks for Godfrey. Goes left, running floater on the way and good for Riley Parker. Tough shot for Riley Parker, 56-50. Monsters lead with 4.5 to play. Dallin Morgan gets the ball in the paint, backs his way down, loses the handle, still on the floor, and we're gonna have a jump ball. And alternating possession will give it back to Cochise College. Cochise basketball after the turnover. 4:32 to play. Monsters lead 56-50. Barbie to inbound to Parker. Parker left to right against Caraway. Still on the dribble around the three-point arc. Left side now. Picks up his dribble. Left side to Woosnam. Back to Parker. Parker against Caraway. Goes right. Spins, backs his way down. Turnaround jumper is blocked by Caraway, but a foul going to be called on AC3. That'll be his first and the 9th team foul. And that'll put Riley Parker at the line to shoot 2. He's 5 of 5 at the line tonight. He's got 16 points for the Apaches. Parker, the 6'2 sophomore from Mandurah, Australia. Fires the first, and it's good. Back into the Eastern lineup, Lee Rickwood Pitt replacing Amari Caraway. He's playing with 4 fouls. Parker, who's at the line for Cochise, with 4 fouls as well for them. 4:12 left, Monsters lead by 5. Parker at the line for his second. Fires, that one rattles home as well. 7 for 7 at the line for Parker. Whiteside will come into the lineup for him. And Eastern will inbound length of the floor, right to left. Dallin Morgan to inbound. Gets it into a goalie. A goalie into Machar. Machar will bring it into the front court himself. Right to left, now to a goalie. A goalie to Morgan, top of the key, left side to Seamster. Seamster goes right, crossover, gets to the glass, and good for Rayshawn Seamster. 58-52 Monsters. Barbie with the drive, left side, over Morgan, short. Rickwood Pitt with the rebound for the Monsters. Off to a goalie. He pushes it up the right side. And will slow it down. Goes left around a screen. On top to Morgan, right side to Machar. Machar goes left around a screen. Top of the key now, drives to the glass, traveled with the basketball. Turnover back to the Apaches. Riley Parker will be back into the Apache lineup, replacing Whiteside. 3:31 to play. The student section on their feet now with 3.5 to play, and the Monsters by 6. Hernandez into the front court to Parker, left side. Parker gets a screen from Godfrey, comes right with it, drives the paint, fadeaway on the way, in and out, no good. Rickwood Pitt with the rebound for the Monsters. To Morgan. Morgan to a goalie. A goalie pushes it up to Rickwood Pitt, to the glass, and good for Lee Rickwood Pitt. 60-52 Monsters. Lead by 8 with 3 minutes to play. Hernandez with the ball near side, works against a goalie. Back on top to Barbie. Barbie back to Hernandez. Hernandez, left side. Goes left with 10 to shoot. Down low to Godfrey. Godfrey in the paint. Kicks it out on top, Barbie for 3. In and out, no good. Rebound is loose, and a foul going to be called against Cochise. The foul will be on 32, Lewis Woosnam. That'll be his third. That'll put Eastern at the line to shoot 1 and 1. The officials are trying to find out who the official wants shooting. It will be Dallin Morgan going to the foul line for Eastern Arizona College to shoot 1 and 1. It's the 8th team foul. Morgan this season averages 9.4 points a game. He's got 7 tonight for the Monsters. Front one end is no good, rebounded by Godfrey. 2:30 to play, Monsters by 8. Hernandez into the front court, left side to Woosnam. Woosnam looking for Parker, can't find him. Now gives it back to Parker. Parker goes left on the drive, cut off by a goalie. Now out on top to Godfrey, near side to Hernandez. Hernandez goes right against Machar, shut him down. Scoop shot is short, rebounded by Dallin Morgan. Leaves it to Machar, who finds a goalie with 2 minutes to play. Monsters by 8. Into the front court, a goalie with the basketball, hands it off to Machar. Spins through, gives it now to Seamster. Seamster drives in the paint, jump stop, fade away. Good! Rayshawn Seamster! 19 points for Rayshawn and the Monsters by 10. Barbie with it to Woosnam, left side, back to Barbie. 94 seconds to play. Woosnam drives, cut off by Seamster. Out on top to Parker, way outside against Machar. Down to 12 to shoot. Parker comes right, pulls up from 3. Good. Timeout, Cochise. Riley Parker, a big 3 for the Apaches. Makes it 62-55 Monsters with 1:20 to play. Don't go anywhere. The exciting finish is coming up next after this timeout. 1:20 to play. Eastern leads at 62-55 over Cochise College. Joshua Whiteside into the Cochise lineup. It'll be Eastern basketball. Length of the floor right to left. Dallin Morgan will inbound. Into a goalie who gives it right back to Morgan. Morgan dribbles it up to Machar. Machar into the front court right side. Machar leaves it for Morgan between the circles. 70 seconds to play. Monsters lead 62-55. A goalie holds it with 15 to shoot. 1 minute to play. A goalie left corner to Caraway. Back on top to a goalie. He drives into the paint, loses the handle and out of bounds as he tries to get it to Machar right side. Back into the Eastern lineup, Lee Rick Woodpit, and back into the Cochise lineup will be Riley Parker. 54 seconds to play. Monsters lead 62-55. Barbie to inbound, length of the floor. In on top into Hernandez. Hernandez against a goalie who's been outstanding defensively all night. Into the front court to Parker. Parker goes left, works against Seamster. Now drives to the baseline. Stolen away by Morgan. Woosnam gets it back. And then thrown far side and saved all the way to Parker across the floor. Parker against Morgan. Goes left. And the officials are going to blow it dead. I think the shot clock reset. There going to be a shot clock violation, or is it going to be? So Mark Beasley, the lead official, coming over. It's got to do with the shot clock. The shot clock reset. Now the officials are going to talk it over. It's at 24 now. I think it's probably going to need to be under 10. Now they're going to put it at 18. 18 on, or 8 seconds on the shot clock. I thought it was going to be under 10. It'll be Cochise basketball with 8 to shoot. 30.6 seconds to play. Winner gets the region championship in Salt Lake City on Saturday night. Parker to inbound amongst the sea of monsters. Not sea monsters, the sea of them. Parker gets it into Godfrey left side. Hands it back to Parker. Fadeaway jumper, good for Riley Parker. 62-57, 27 seconds to play, and a timeout called by Eastern Arizona College. 27 seconds left. Eastern leads at 62-57. We'll be back after this full timeout.
Making the jump from high school to university can be overwhelming. That's why Eastern Arizona College is a great place to start. EA offers personalized education at a quarter of the cost. Small classes with hands-on experience, surrounded by people who genuinely care. Plus, there's always something fun to do on and off campus. Whether you're planning to transfer to a university or learn a new trade, Eastern Arizona College is the place for you. It's changed my life. Let it change yours.
.27 seconds remaining. Monsters lead at 62-57 over Cochise College. It'll be Monster basketball, length of the floor. Full court pressure by the Apaches. Into a goalie. A goalie to Caraway. Catches in the backcourt, dribbles around, and then is fouled by Tracy Godfrey. And that'll put AC3 at the line to shoot free throws. That'll be the third on Godfrey. Remember when I mentioned that the best free throw shooting team down the stretch might win this one? I'm not really Nostradamus, but I've seen a lot of basketball. Caraway at the line to shoot 1 and 1. 9th team foul. Caraway tonight with 6 points. Averages 6.3. His first free throw is up. In and out, no good. Rebounded by the Apaches into the hands of Parker. Parker into the front court. Right side, pulls up, blocked by Machar. Picked up by Hernandez. Hernandez drives, left side. And one for Hernandez as Machar went for the pump fake. Count the basket for Jordan Hernandez. The foul on Machar will be his third. And Hernandez to the line trying to make it a three-point play for the Cochise College Apaches. Lee Rickwood Pitt back into the Monster lineup, replacing Caraway. 10.8 seconds to play. Monsters lead at 62-59. Hernandez trying to make it a three-point play for the Apaches. Crowd on their feet. Hernandez free throw is good. Timeout, Eastern Arizona. Eastern leads it by 2, 62-60 with 10.8 seconds to play. We'll be back for the region championship after this full timeout. .8 seconds to play. Monsters lead by 2, 62-60 over Cochise College. It'll be Eastern basketball. Dallin Morgan will inbound. He's able to run the baseline after the made free throw. Morgan gets it in, stolen away by Cochise to Hernandez. Parker for the win, and no good. Rebound is loose, and a whistle and a foul as Seamster is fouled on the rebound. Riley Parker had an open look for the win, and with 2.9 seconds, the Monsters are to the foul line to shoot two. The foul will be on Barbie, his second. That'll put Rayshawn Seamster at the line to shoot two for the Monsters. The sophomore with 19 points tonight for Eastern. 1 out of 2 at the line tonight for him. 2.9 seconds to play. Cochise is out of timeouts. Seamster's first. Good. Big free throw for Rayshawn Seamster. Lee Rickwood Pitt back into the lineup, replacing Terrence Warren. Rayshawn Seamster to the line for his second. It is up, off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Parker. Parker from three-quarters court, no good! The Monsters win it! 63-60. And they are your Region 1 champions over the Cochise College Apaches. Eastern Arizona College will get Salt Lake City on Saturday night for the West District Championship. We'll take the timeout. We'll come back to recap it right after this. Welcome back here to Eastern Arizona College Open Loop Energy postgame show. as we get ready for the post-game show, we're going to start the awards by presenting Coach Cameron Turner with the Coach of the Year awards. Coach Turner is the first coach that we are aware of that has won the Coach of the Year for both the men's and women's sports at Eastern Arizona. He won the Coach of the Year as the women's coach before. The ACCAC Region 1 runner-up, Cochise Community College Apaches, coached by Mr. Jerry Carrillo, assisted by Mr. Derek Lane. The Apaches finish runners-up. And now for your 2024 ACCAC Region Champions, Eastern Arizona College, coached by Cameron Turner, assisted by Chris Martin, Sam Daly, and Chris Norton. Team members of the winning team will each receive a memorabilia coin from the NJCAA. And we will also name the region MVP tonight. And as they read the roster of the Eastern lineup of the Eastern Arizona College Gila Monsters, we'll go ahead and let the cat out of the bag. The MVP of the Region 1 championship game, Eastern Arizona College's Rayshawn Seamster. Not only does Rayshawn score 19 tonight, it's actually 20 tonight in the win. He surpassed the 1,000 point mark in his career here at Eastern Arizona College. Let's take a look at the final numbers.
The final award to be presented tonight is the MVP. The MVP of tonight's game is
Rayshawn Seamster gets the MVP here at Eastern Arizona College. The crowd chants MVP as he picks up his hardware. Let's take a look at the final numbers. For Cochise, Jordan Hernandez with 5, 6 points for Jalen Barbie, 4 points for Joshua Whiteside, 23 points for Riley Parker, 17 for Tracy Godfrey, 3 points for Lewis Woosnam, and 2 points for Merrick Small. Eastern Arizona College's Noah Goley with 5, 20 points for Rayshawn Seamster, 6 points for Mari Caraway, 14 points and 9 rebounds tonight for Akuk Machar, 7 points and 4 rebounds for Dallin Morgan, and 11 points and 8 rebounds for Lee Rickwood Pitt. That'll do it for us tonight. Our next radio broadcast will be Saturday night at 7 o'clock, as Salt Lake City will be in town to take on Eastern Arizona College for the West District Championship. The winner of that one heads to Hutchinson, Kansas for the NJCAA Championship. Tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, Eastern Arizona College women will take on Cochise for their Region 1 championship with a chance to go to the national tournament. That game will be available on the Eastern Arizona College YouTube channel. For my statistician tonight, Amanda Patterson, my producer back on the radio side, big time Timmy Jim, Tanner Smith on video tonight, thanks to him. That's a big win, 63-60, as Eastern Arizona College wins the region and the region tournament for the first time since 2019 and 2020. That'll do it for us tonight. We thank you for joining us. We'll talk to you tomorrow night on the EAC YouTube channel and Saturday night back here on radio for the West District Championship. Thanks again. Good night.